that is when we have to give the list of names, like John, as you can see, John, Rita, Amy, Tom, Harry, they are all the names. So these are also list. Now when I say list of question, then you can see list of questions given. But most of the time these lists we usually give with numbering or bullets, like in this way. If you can see that we are giving in numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Now the similar way, if you do not want to give in numbering like this, we usually give in bullets also. Okay, so these are what we call as list in HTML. Okay, now but when we say numbering, like in this case in HTML, we call it as ordered list, right? And when it comes to bullets, then we call it as unordered list. But when I say just ordered list, okay, it does not mean just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It can also be A, B, C, D, but all, as you can see, they are in orders, even in Roman style. As you can see, we can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in this way, or even in capital letter. Okay, so these are all ordered lists in HTML because they are in order, like it goes serially, right? But when it comes to bullets in HTML, it is called as unordered list. And we also have three types of list. First one, as you can see in this example, we see that is a bullet and the disk. And then we also have the circle, we also have the square. Now, when it comes to a default one, you will see that we always get the bullet, which means if we do not want to choose the circle or the square, and nor neither the bullets, we just give the unordered list tag, it is going to print the bullet or the disk. And that also goes the same way to with the ordered list also. If you do not give any of the Roman, you don't want an alphabet, it will always give you in numbers, which means if you don't specify specifically what you want, you'll always get in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, apart from ordered list and unordered list, we also have a definition list. Now this is quite a little different from ordered and unordered list. Ordered lists, they are always about numbers, and of course unordered lists are like bullets. But definition list is more about, you can say, when you see the textbook, they always give a heading, then they describe about that heading. So like in this example, I'm giving important functions of an operating system. So there are many important functions can come in this way, like where a heading is given, like in this case I'm giving security, and then we describe about that security. What function does this operating system have to do with security? So the definition is given. So these kind of you can say text that if you want, you can always go for definition list. You can see the second one, control over system performance, and the definition about it. And the third one, job accounting. This is just a heading, and then you have a description about it. So basically about this ordered list, unordered list, and definition list, as usual in HTML we use tags. Now what are the tags that has to do that you have to use for ordered list? For ordered list, you'll have to use the OL tag, and for unordered list, the UL tag, and for definition list, of course, you'll have to use the DL tag. It's very, very simple, right? Then we also have other tags that are associated with these tags. Like for ordered list, we have the LI tag, and for unordered list also we have the same LI tag. But for definition list, that is the DL tag, there are two other tags that are associated with it, that is the DT and the DD. Okay, now once you know this, okay, the tags and everything that we have to use, now we can go and do this practically, right? So let's do this practically. I already have something. Okay, uh, as you can see, if you have something like this as a template also, you can start with it. Right, so I have here HTML, then head, and then Christian Academy, as you can see. Okay, then what I can do is I can just fill in here everything, okay, so that you don't have to repeat all this HTML, head, title, everything. Okay, so you can go for template like this, right? And I have also created like this. As you can see here, I've already put an ordered list, okay, where I give the names of fruits. Then as you can see, all this, okay, all these are under the body tag, right? So basically this is just for you to just to specify that it is an ordered list. But this is the main thing. I just want to show you that this is the OL, and since it is a container tag, you always have to close it. Now inside these two tags, that is the opening and the closing of OL, you will put the list of all the names that you want. But all the names that you want in the list should be with the li tag. Now again, this is another empty tag. You do not have to close it, but every time you give a list, you always have to give the li tag. So let's just run this. Okay, I've already saved this. Okay, and already have it in my E drive and in this folder HTML. So this is this one. Okay, so I run that code just now, the HTML code. Now I'm showing it in a browser, how it's going to be shown. See, I do not specify. If you just check again, I do not specify anything that I want a Roman or I want a capital letter A, B, C, D, nothing. So what is going to appear is in 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what I told you. It's going to show you 1, 2, 3, 4 as a default because you do not specify anything. Okay, if you want something else, then you can change it by using the attribute type. Okay, here I use type type. This is the attribute. Okay, and then as usual we'll give the value. Now the value you just have to specify. Suppose I want a small letter A, that ABCD format. Then I save this and I run it, and I just have to go to the browser and press F5. Okay, you see it has changed to ABCD. Similarly, you can go back to your notepad and maybe change it to capital A. Okay, now I save it again. Let's go to the browser. Okay, and then I press F5 and you see it has changed to capital ABC. Now in the same way, if you want it to be in Roman numbers, then you can specify that as well, and then you just have to go to your browser and then you press F5. Okay, I press F5 and then you see you get the Roman letters 1, 2, 3. Similarly, I want in capital, so I get capital I, and then I run F5 and you see it's going to change it to, in just a minute, and I'll save it. So I have to change it, so save it and then press F5 and it will be a capital. So that is about ordered lists. Okay, now when it comes to unordered lists, all you have to do is you can just change this to UL. Okay, that is UL. Okay, in this way, and of course the type, if you don't want to specify, we'll just see what does it give without it. Okay, we just change it to okay, we leave this as it is, and then we save it and then we press F5 and you see it has come as a bullet or a disk. So this is your default bullet that will come up. Okay, now if you want other type, then you can specify it with this attribute again, and then you can simply just write it here. Okay, I'm writing it square, and then I run it again. Okay, so you see it has changed it to square. If you don't want in square, then you can specify circle. Okay, in this way, right? I save it and then F5. So remember, the default is always the bullet or the disk in this case as well. Now this is about the OL and the UL. Now there is another attribute that you can apply, but not on UL, only in OL. Okay, so let me just show that very fast. Okay, so in OL, what you can do, since it is an ordered list, you can even specify from where it should start. Okay, suppose now I want that the type should be A, the ABCD, but it should not start from A. I want that it starts from C, D, E, F, G. Okay, in that case, I can specify using the attribute start. Okay, start equal to, now you count A, B, C. I want from C, So C is in the third place. So I'll just give 3. Okay, that means I want to start it from 3. Okay, I run this as save, and I run this, and you will see it has started from C. Okay, similarly, suppose let's say you want to start from let's say you want this time, I don't want A, I want numbering only, maybe Roman. Okay, Roman I, but it should start from 5, let's say. Okay, so I give 5. So you see, the start attribute takes numbers only. So from where you want to start. So we have I, then that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to start from 5. So I save it and I run it. So you see it started from 5. So in this way you can use both the attribute type and start, and as you want you can change the display of your ordered list. But remember one thing, start is only for the ordered list because it is in order. So you can see I want to start from 5, from 10, from 11. Okay, but not for the unordered list. Unordered list, you of course you can use the type for circle and for square. If you need just the bullet, then you don't even have to specify it. Okay, like in this case it will be unnecessary for me to give type 1. Okay, of course it's going to give you that 1 2 3 of me. Okay, I will start from 5, but then the thing is, like, without this also it's going to give me the same output, you see. Okay, so why then you don't have to give that 1, because 1 2 3 in a type is already by default, right? So now with this I hope you're clear with ordered and unordered list. Straight away we go to the definition list. Now when we come to definition list, suppose I want this entire thing to be displayed, but as I said, if you want it to be like a very organized way, okay, like where, and you know, the security will come as a heading and this will come, you know, as a definition, then I can put this entire thing in. Okay, before I do this, I will just run this code, and the name, as you can see, is definition list. Okay, so I go to my folder, and then there I go, I have the definition list, and this is how it's going to display, so unorganized. Okay, so what I can do is I can go back to my notepad. Okay, and then I can put all this thing, okay, in the DL, that is definition list, and as usual DL is also a container tag, so you have to close it, okay, with a slash. Okay, the same way. Okay, so I closed it, and then now we have two tags associated with it, that we have the DT. Okay, so that is for uh, the heading. Okay, so that is for your heading, so I'm going to put it the security in that way. Okay, so put this in the next line, but this one, this definition, I'll give in the DD. Okay, now let's just have a look at these two over here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to run this first. You can see that the security has come on its own in that way, and you can see this is the definition, but I haven't done anything to the other. So now for this one, again I will put in the DT tag, and then after the heading, this entire definition I'll put in the DD tag. Similarly for this job accounting also, I'm going to put it in DT tag, and then for this definition I'm going to put in the DD, right? So I save it, and then I go to my browser, press F5. So this is how your definition list is going to appear. Okay, now this is just a sample I'm showing you, and let's go back fast to the summary that we have learned lately for this video class. Okay, first of all, we have learned about list, and in a list there are three types of lists in HTML, and we have the ordered list, unordered list, definition list, and the tags that we use on this is that we use the OL, the UL, and the DL. Okay, now the associative tags are li for the ordered list and the same li for the unordered list also. And for definition lists, we have the dt and the dd. And important attributes that we can use is type and start, but type is always used only for for both the ordered list and unordered list, but start is only for ordered list, right? Now remember that the default value also of ordered list is 1 2 3 4, which means you don't have to give the type. Okay, it's going to give you 1 2 3 4, and the default for unordered list is bullet or this. Okay, so with this we come to an end.